Hey, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to speak specifically about how to be less emotionally reactive. Hey, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Delvon Bridges, and I am a rapper that turned my bars into business, and I've been in the personal development space for over 9 years. But really quickly, before I started shooting this video, one thing that I recognized as I was processing something that was very frustrating for me, and it probably is a lot of frustration going on with you guys when it comes to health, finances, relationships, whatever the case be. There's something going on in your life that can feel like a setback when you for so long have planned things to go accordingly a particular way. It can soon seem that everything around you can start to fall apart, and that's when you have to really dial in your focus. Okay, so if you're speaking about finances, your check could be cut short. Bosses making mistakes on your paycheck, your car starts falling apart, family needs this, needs that, health problems, hospital, but whatever the case may be, some of these things can cause emotional reactivity and knock you off your game for a little while. But I want to share with you exactly how to prevent that so that you cannot be derailed from something that is coming to you real soon. Because I've noticed also that when things are getting ready to change, when you're getting ready to have that breakthrough, things like to make their presence known, to try to derail you, or more importantly, trigger you. And so that's why my first point is simply being able to become aware of our triggers. You know, why? So that we can just simply heal, because that's what it's all about. Is recognizing your. It's about simply being able to recognize your triggers so that you can heal. Okay. Emotional reactivity comes a lot of times when we're tired, when our health is not the best, and when we're stressed. So make sure to always keep an evaluation of your overall health and overall well-being, whether that be mental health, emotional balance, or just you feeling centered. Okay, start there first. Secondly, when a situation has taken place, make sure that you have both sides. You understand in totality what's going on so that you're not missing anything and just reacting emotionally. Because a lot of us make the mistake of misunderstanding something, not having faith in things, and you make a permanent decision based off of that. That again, it derails you from what's promised to you. And I've made that mistake so many times in my life. And you would think after constantly going through that cycle, you will learn quicker than what you do, but sometimes you don't, because your emotions can be huge sometimes. Or as they say to children, big feelings. We have huge feelings sometimes that dictate our actions, and that's when you go down the rabbit hole of having to learn from your mistakes rather than achieving your goal or accepting your gift from the universe. So we got to recognize our triggers so that we can properly heal. So I guess the best thing that we can do with this is reframe that trigger into a state of healing and empowerment instead of emotional reactivity and a lesson to be learned that we already knew in the first place, saying that, we gain wisdom. When in fact, wisdom is knowing what not to do. And we already know what not to do. It's just that we have an emotional reactivity and we act out of emotion instead of thinking things through, processing and thinking things through, which is the problem in the first place. So it's about recognizing that trigger, healing, and finding empowerment through the situation. Can you remain calm during the storm? You just simply have to separate yourself from particular things, step out of your routine. Again, because a lot of times These things come as a form of lessons to prepare you for what's next in your life. And allowing yourself time to process, find empowerment, and shake up your routine could be a step in the right direction towards your new life. So when it comes to not reacting out emotionally and things like that, that's what I find empowering and life-changing in my life, because the main goal here is to not get knocked off a course, right? I want you to imagine someone, teasing you. Excuse me. I want you to imagine someone trying to get a reaction out of you. The reason why people try to get a reaction out of you is because they want your spot. Okay? You have something that they like. They obviously are in lack. And the best way to defeat you or feel on top of you is to knock you off your game and cause some type of emotional reactivity. Okay? So sometimes, God, the universe, life throws a curveball at us like that to test our inner will, our strength, and our state of mind. Is it in a state of victimization and emotional control, or is it in a state of empowerment, right? So is it in a state of victimization, or is it in a state of empowerment? And you will only know through the set of actions and choices that you take despite how you feel, okay? And that's exactly how we begin to respond and not react to the emotional, or the intensified feelings that we feel, and emotional reactivity, okay? So I want you to evaluate yourself right now, evaluate your life. If you're currently going through something that is emotionally intensifying, I want you to sit back, pay attention to what your trigger might actually be so that you can step into empowerment, okay? I want you to remember that that's the goal, is to reframe every emotional reactive situation into a personal growth moment. It is, because you subconsciously have goals, especially if you're a high achiever. You have goals, you have expectations, you have destinations that you would like to reach, and this is only the breakthrough, right? In order to accept our gift, receive our gift, we have to earn it. And this is how you earn it. Look at some of these situations as the final stage, if you may, and pay attention to your triggers so that you can heal them, because when you heal these triggers, it does you great benefit in the long run. It's bigger than even accomplishing your goals. You're achieving something that is spiritual, something that is personal, that will benefit not only yourself but your family. When you react less to emotion and you process things and you think things through, and you achieve this personal growth moment instead of victimization and making the same mistake over and over again. I hope that makes sense. This video ran a little bit long, but I just wanted to make sure that I got the full message out to you guys as I process also on this walk. Stay strong, stay blessed. You got this. Find the empowerment, not the victimization, okay? And you will begin to respond and not react. This video is helpful. Please give me a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one.